Welcome students, this is a combined video. This is your GCF homework, plus the little X puzzles work that we gave you after the test on Wednesday in class. This is going to be due on Friday before spring break 3-6, March 6th. Alright, so you look at the two numbers, 18 and 12, and you try to find what's the biggest number that'll go into both of those. And so we always start by looking at this number, 12, the small number, and will 12 go in evenly to 18? And the answer is no. So then you start looking at the factors of 12, so 2 and 6. And then you look at the biggest factor. Will 6 go into both of those? And the answer is yes. So we put a 6 here, and we put a 6 out in the front. Then we look at the letters associated with them, X and Y. There's no common letter, so there is no letter GCF. So now it's just division. 6 goes into 18 3 times. 6 goes into 12 2 times. And so then we look at what we're left with, 3x minus 2y. And so this is the factored form of that. And you can always double rainbow to figure out if you're right. 6 times 3 is 18x. 6 times a negative 2 is negative 12y. And that is the right answer. Alright, the next one. So again, we look at the small number, 2, and we see will it go into that, and the answer this time is yes, the 2 will go in there. So we start our parentheses, we put a 2 out in front. We look for common letters. They both have an A, and they both have a B. So then we put an A and a B. And then we look at what's the smallest exponent for the A. It's this one right here. What's the smallest exponent for a B? It's that B right there. So 2AB is our GCF. So 2 divides into 2 and leaves us with 1. A cancels. B cancels. And so we're left with 1 AB, or just AB. 2 goes into 10 5 times. A cancels, B cancels, so that's plus 5. And we can double rainbow to check it out. 2 times 1 is 2. A and A is A2. B and B is B2. 2 times 5 is 10. A and nothing, B and nothing. And so we check to see that that is the same thing that we got. So this is the correct answer. Alright. We look at all three of them and we start with the small one. Is 5 the GCF of these? And the answer is yes. 5 is the answer. So we put 5 here. Then we look at what common letters do they have. A. They all have an A. They do not all have an X, so X is not part of the GCF. So we can go ahead and put an A under. Then we look at what's the smallest exponent of A. There's A1, A2, A3, so A1 is the smallest. Alright, 5 cancels with 5, A cancels with A, and we're left with X squared. 5 goes into 10 2 times. This is AA, so that A cancels. Nothing to cancel with that, so we're left with 2AX, 2AX. 5 goes into 15 3 times. This is A, so that A cancels with that A, and we're left with minus 3 AA is A squared. If we go put it all back together through a double rainbow, it's 5 times 1 is 5. A times X is AX squared. 5 times 2 is 10. A and A is A squared with an X. 5 times a negative 3 is negative 15. A with AA is A to the third. And so that checks out, so that is the right answer. Alright, the X puzzles. You have to multiply to get the top, and then you have to add or subtract to get the bottom. Multiply to get the top, add or subtract to get the bottom. Okay, so let's start with this one. We start with multiplication. What things multiply to be 6? The answer are 1 and 6, 2 and 3, negative 1, negative 6, and negative 2, negative 3. Which ones of these, when we combine them, makes a positive 5? That makes 7, negative 5. This is the answer, so 2, 3 is the answer to this one. Okay. For negative 8, we have negative 1 and 8, 1 and negative 8, 2 and negative 4, negative 2, and positive 4. We need to combine to make a positive 2. That makes positive 7, negative 7, negative 2, positive 2. So negative 2, positive 4. So that's all you're doing on those, and hopefully we worked enough in class to where you understand the rest of them.